All right, guys, good morning, everybody. What an amazing trading day I had. Really solid, heavy trading on Apple. It was very, very profitable, and a small loss on Tesla. And the market gap down, but is now ripping back up, sitting on JEPQ and SSO for now. See if you can get back to SPY about 460 on 80. So let's go through the trades that I did today. So Apple was gapping down. Yesterday, Apple actually was weak, and today on the pre-market was gapping down, really heavily selling off, and crazy volume even in the pre-market. And the news on that is that China banned using iPhone on the governments. And now apparently they added another things that they want to actually ban it for, even for not-for-profits and some agencies and universities. So the people who are living in those using those organizations cannot use iPhone. It's not really that impactful on the sales, but the idea that the Chinese government is banning and restricting the sales of iPhone, which is huge exposure to China, is bad for investors. So really selling off very heavy at the open. So toward to the open, and at the open for 3 minutes, heavy volume selling. It's just, volume is crazy. 50 million shares of volume is crazy. So at the open, is sold off. I know Peter really did a very nice trade at the he shorted here and covered. Peter, who really usually doesn't trade at the open. But what I did here, I was looking at it and I saw that it's selling off. So it wasn't really set up for me for a 1 minute open range breakup, because I was hoping that I can get an entry toward the, more toward the VWAP. But we never really got into the VWAP. The selling pressure was so high. As soon as the market opened, everything started dumping, and we never really got into the VWAP. But the beads were really obvious, and I didn't record my screen, but there was heavy beads that was showing that market is selling off like crazy. So sold off, and then it bounced back, and nobody really saw that bounce back. So we did an engulfing on 1 minute. Again, you can't really know this one. This is an engulfing on 1 minute, and then we have for 3 minutes very nice higher low on 1 minute. Very bullish candlesticks, very bullish. These are very white, large candlesticks. And then when I looked at the 5 minute candlestick, I realized that this is actually getting a doji. And this is extremely important, that even though a stock was gapping down 3-4%, it turned out to be a doji. And we had this level 174.65. I don't know where it is. I'm going to look at the daily chart and see where I had that level. So that turned out to be a very nice doji. This is what we call a hammer. So it looks like a hammer. So but it's a very bullish pattern, because it seems that the price is going to go down, and then suddenly buyers jump in and push the price back up. So it came above the VWAP, and I saw this is going to be a 5 minute opening range break up. Wait a minute, isn't it the stock is gapping down? Yes, but you can still take a 5 minute opening range breakdown when you see some sort of a bullish pattern. I wasn't 100% sure that it's going to work, but I was having a really good confidence on that, because when you look at the 1 minute candlestick, really nice 2 minute very bullish buy, and it came above the VWAP, punched through the VWAP. VWAP usually is a very important level. So I went heavy size at 175.51, sold to above 176, added on these two pullbacks for a pop about 177. We did pop above 177, all the way close to 178, and I was holding some to see if it can get to 178. Came back to the VWAP, almost to my break-even point, and I got out of it. So again, this is the total trade that I did. Very heavy position here, and then added here, total very heavy position, and then I got out maximum at 177.50, 60, something around here, and then I got out of it at the break-even. My break-even was kind of around the VWAP, but I just didn't really wait for that. And then what happened after that? We did really some choppiness near the VWAP, but it seems that we never really lost the VWAP. That's a very good sign. Even a really squeeze happened at 10.10. Again, I didn't trade that at all. We did came back up, but it seems that now it's going back up toward 178. I wouldn't be surprised if he hit the 178. Looking at the 5 minute chart, again, really consolidation above the VWAP. It seems that really buyers are strong enough to hold the VWAP, and we might actually start trending up. I wouldn't be surprised that if the market is going to trend up. And that was the situation with indexes as well. So if you look at the QQQ in 1 minute, did a range bound, came back up, and now really squeezing and going back up. I wouldn't be surprised if the market, even if it goes green today. Yeah, this squeeze is very interesting. So that was amazing. So really nice trading by Thor. Obviously, Thor is an amazing trader. So see what he did. He reads the price action differently from the book map. He's using different indicators, volume profile and levels. And I'm actually gonna let this is Amazon gap down with the market, but a very, very heavy move from 133 all the way up to 136. This is an amazing move, and I'm gonna let Thor explain how he did it and why he added.
Awesome. Well, thank you. And first off, before I go into mine, really great trade on Apple. I know like a ton of members in the room got that. I believe Michael Bear, with PCT Capital, he went long for break a high a day at that point too as well. So there ended up being some great trades in here. So basically, because the market was a little oversold this morning, or a lot oversold, a few of us were looking to play a bounce this morning off of the lower end of the range. So we were basically just waiting to see if buyers ever stepped in. And right around the same time you were noticing things started going on there, the tech sector in general responded with a good amount of volume. So which oddly enough was not reflected in the ETFs or the futures. It just specifically hit a few tickers. But Amazon ended up being a great opportunity. So I bought the buying range on Amazon. And basically kind of using something I've learned from you and Brian, I added when it did a pullback to the 20 moving average, EMA, and it came back there, did a nice add there, and I got back up to PDC. And I actually just exited my entire position. Andrew's chart shows a target up there. I ended up exiting a couple of pennies in front of that target because we started to struggle in volume, and I decided R3 was good enough. So got a really great trade out of Amazon today.
Are
Which
you still in there, or no? You're not
beautifully.
still in there.
Nope,
No,
all out
all
now.
out, yeah.
I got about as high as I was expecting to go on
Yeah.
it, so I went ahead and cut it R3.
Excellent. Yeah, so that's the previous day close at 134.60. I think is the 134.36. That's the previous day close. So not only was it red to green, and then you added more and you popped up, and that's exactly completes a move. You get from S5 to S1. That's a really nice move that you got. Perfect. Yeah, so that was a really nice trading day, guys. So I'm gonna try. Brian is already in Toronto. I'm gonna go to Toronto today. Ardi is gonna go to Toronto. Paris is also gonna be in Toronto. So the money show is Friday and Saturday. My keynote to speak is on Saturday morning. I have another presentation on 5-minute opening range breakup and strategies that we use on noon. This presentation is on Saturday evening, or not evening, afternoon. And then after this presentation, there is a social meetup with the traders. Please come to support us. You always come. Toronto always have been supportive. So I really appreciate if you guys can come to our talks and come to the social meetup. Pick Capital and BBT also has a booth in their exhibition hall. It's a really, really good event, and it's free. Looking forward to see you guys in Toronto. And I'm gonna wear my Everest suit for my keynote to speak. It's gonna be either a good idea or bad idea. It's one of those things that I love to take a bet on that. All right, thank you so much, guys. Amazing trading day, and looking forward to see you in Toronto. I'm gonna trading tomorrow from Toronto as well, so I'll be in the chat room. Ciao.